Guess what? It's Thursday night. It's 8 o'clock Central. And you know where that means you need to be. Right here. Getting ready to do your Pokemon trading, hanging out, having fun. We've been working hard on the studio this week, getting things ready for the next shows or whatever you want to say. And we're getting closer to where we like things to be. Completely revamped it from last night's Two Fat Guys at Tim. Moving things around. You had to go get different cables. Yeah, it's been an interesting day. And I'm still not feeling the best, but the show must go on. Waiting for my TV to boot up so I can actually read the chat without having to turn my head around. So as that comes in, I'll say hello to those that are coming in. Anna and Eric, good evening. Rob, good to see you. Batman Mike, I know he's here. I know he's on. We'll give it a few minutes. We'll say hello to everybody, and we'll go through kind of what the purpose of this whole show is, and then we'll get into doing things. And good evening. Good to see you here.
Ding, ding.
Ding, ding. Yeah, so otherwise, if I can look at the computer, I got to look way over there, and I ain't looking at you guys, and that's not good. But my TV is just being slow and silly tonight, so we're going to try it again and see if we can get it to come in for us. Tune in to Tokyo. Bad jokes. Anyway. How's everybody doing? You guys have a good time over on Absolutely Awesome Stuff with Deals with Danny and Tracy Cakes and her flipping side. Another great show by them tonight. They had giveaways on there tonight. All kinds of great deals they were selling off. Can't really beat it. Good place to be. I appreciate everything that each and every one of those ladies do. They work hard at trying to do what they're doing. So let's go over things. And again, gang, type in the chat. If I ever get my TV to work, I'll be able to see the chat. Right now I can't. Nightmare's Treasures is here. Good evening.
Hi, all.
My Danielle is here. She's here to help me out
Scooby's
tonight.
here, too.
Scooby's here as well. We got a new camera angle we're going to be trying tonight if I can ever get things to get up and running here. Just doesn't seem like it wants to cooperate. But that's okay. We'll get it. Eventually.
Scooby, why are you standing?
He's so attention-starved. All right, so I'm going to go over this again real quick. And again, at the moment, I can't see the chat. I have to look over my shoulder to do that. That doesn't work very good. So until this TV gets up and running for some reason.
I can get it on my phone.
Well, I can do that too, I guess. I'll put it on my phone for right now.
Anna's asking, did we get any mail?
Did we get any mail? Once in a while, we get mail.
I don't know who
Just a minute. I'm not exactly hearing what you're saying. So, there we go. Let's try that one. There it is. Okay. Did you get any mail? Yes, we get mail sometimes.
At least twice.
Did I get any mail from you, Anna? No, I don't believe that I did. John Beck, good evening, sir. There's Batman. How you doing, Wood? All right. So the purpose of what we're doing here relates back to our days when we played competitively on a regular basis. We had a website called the Poke Gym. And you could go on there. It was free to go on there, just like it's free to be here. And you could trade cards with other people that are interested in cards. I know some of you buy the cards for your kids, grandkids, kids down the street, things like that. Some of you may be trying to delve into teaching the kids the game, maybe building a few decks of your own, stuff like that. The purpose of what we want to do is I know there's a lot of people out there selling cards, and you can get some pretty good deals. Like Danielle had a package of, or Deals with Danny had a pack of Pokemon on there tonight that she sold. You could buy cards like that, but sometimes it gets a little expensive to be buying so many cards. Well, this is an opportunity for you to come on here, find somebody in the community that might have what you need, and maybe you can trade them something that you don't want and they might need. Well, there you go. That's true. I actually think I know who that is too, don't I? I think I know who you are. Not by your screen name so much, but I think I know who you are. Let me ask you this, Mel Maid. Are you from the east side of the state, same state I live in? If you are, I know exactly who you are, and I'm very happy to see you here. And I'll explain who you are if you are. I want to wait and see because, yeah, well, that's very true. Yeah, There's a few times like that I want to do that too, Mr. Rod. There's definitely more than one occasion where I've just wanted to take a bat to this thing. And it's only when I try to click on this current live. Like I can go on last night's show and it'll pop right up, and there it is. That pops right up. It's just when there's a live show on, I have trouble. That's who I thought you were. Do you care if I tell everybody who you are? Because these people are really good people and they like to know who the people in the chat are. And I'd tell them.
You do know who I am.
Yes, I do. Yes, I know exactly who you are. Wasn't sure by the screen name, but yeah. So y'all give some love to Melmaid7360. That's Melissa. She's a very, very long time friend of mine. I actually met her through professional wrestling. And she did a couple of DJing shows for me for a while. Did a lot of ring announcing. Spent a lot of time on the road with her doing shows throughout the years. Wonderful, wonderful young lady. So make sure you go ahead and show her some love, please. She's a great, great, great young lady. Got a lot of respect for her. Of course, that crazy guy that married her recently, I don't know about that guy, but nah, they're great people. Like I said, we got a lot of respect for them. Yeah, I can't get this TV to come up, so I'm probably going to have to watch the chat from my phone.
I'm watching.
Yeah. All right. So, as I said, this is a place where you can come on here. No judging about questions about cards. If you have them, we will do our best to answer them. If you have cards that you want to trade, happy to do that for you. I have a list of things that I'm looking for, and I'm going to put that on my next camera right here. We got a new camera mounted on the table, and before I put that list up there, I'll go ahead and switch to, whoops, go ahead and kick the camera if I will. Get it okay?
Hard to see.
Yeah, I'm sorry. There you go. That's the one. Click on the X, please.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. Yeah, we just put this camera in over this table and put a different table in.
I wonder if they can hear me.
Yeah, they can hear you. Yeah.
Am I loud enough?
Yeah, she wants to know if she's loud enough. I tell her she's loud enough all the time.
I'm your child.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody knows your name. And there's my buddy Nicky. He come in. Good to see you, buddy. So just a quick view, a little bit of artwork we did on this old table back in about 2005. Did a few pictures on there. But here's a list, and I wrote it in marker. That way it's a little bit easier to see. These are cards that we're looking for, and primarily most of the time we're looking for trainers. So that's a list of mostly trainers that we're looking for. I can't seem to get there. It goes almost. Try it right there. If you have bundles of cards you bought from other sellers, even ones you bought from me throughout the last 6 months or whatever it's been, go through them and check them out. These are things that I'm looking for. Pokegear 3.0, Boss's Order, Scoop Up Net, Bruno, Kabu, Galler. There, it came up on the TV. Look at that. Live and in color. Hooray. Galler Mine, Glimwood Tangle, Leon, Rayhan, Avery's, Boost Shake, Team Yell Towel, Big Charm Air Balloon, Evolution Incense, Marnie, Palpad Rose, Cape of Toughness, Bird Keeper, Rose Tower, Clara, Melanie, Fog Crystal, and Path of the Peak. Those are the different trainer cards that I personally am looking for. Hudson's, good evening. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate you being here. Then we're also looking for some V cards. The Alternative Art Duraludon V, Blissey V, Dracozolt V, Dracozolt Vmax, Dragapult, Noivern, and then any Pikachu cards you might have. Those are the ones we're looking for. Good to have you here, though, Rob. You chillax here all you want. Just hang out. Enjoy yourself. This is an easy place to be. You know we don't judge. We just hang out here and have fun. If you do have any questions on anything about Pokemon-related cards, happy to help you out. If you come here and you want to trade, let's say you got a big stack of basketball cards out of an auction or something, but you're not a big basketball fan. You really like Pokemon. Ask in the chat. Put in the chat, hey, I got these cards. Has anybody got any Pokemon they want to trade for them? Maybe you want to go the other way around. I got a whole bunch of Pokemon. Want to trade for football? Ask the people in the chat. And what I can do, we can do this a couple different ways. If you guys want to exchange information in the chat, you're welcome to do that. If you want me to bring two of you on live and I step out of the way so you can make your trade, we can do that. If you weren't here last week, we only had a couple of trades. I think 3 trades total. Is Anna and Eric and Batman Mike traded with me, and that's good. Mr. Phil, good to see you here, sir. Welcome back. Love having you on. So I want to give you a little bit of an idea of how I kind of value most of these cards as far as the trainers that I'm looking for go. So this is what we call a play set. You can see this is the Rotom phone, and there's 4 of them. And we try to get them in packs of 4 if we can. If we can't, obviously, we'll get them individually. But there's 4 Rotom phones in there because you can play up to 4 of any card in your deck. So we get them in 4s if we can. I think I paid $3 for that pack of 4, something like that. 66 little figurines. I don't know if I could use any more figurines. I've got boxes of them. Yeah, I got a whole box of them in the cabinet right now. But
I mean, maybe something fun we could play.
Yeah, hi Pam. Good to see you. I just ordered now. If you were on last week, you heard me talk about Lucky Ice Pop, and I know I think it was Kay Renee caught it in Danny's lot that she sold a little bit earlier. Lucky Ice Pop was one that we were looking for. Well, I found 28 of them in a lot. Excuse me, Danielle found 28 of them in a lot. And
you bought them.
With shipping, I think it cost me $10.36 to get 28 of them. So we did really good on those. So what I'm offering up for trade, like let's say if you have a Pokegear 3.0, I have a couple of options for you that I would be willing to offer in trade. One example, 50 random cards. Let's see if I get that on the camera. There's so much lag, it's hard to... There's a stack of 50 random cards. I don't know what's in them, but there's probably rares, probably commons, probably uncommons. I would also be willing to offer 10 foil cards. Again, random cards. Or we can offer 10 celebration rares. These are probably going to be reverse hollow, some rare, some common, some uncommon. Rare, common, uncommon, non-hollows, or 10 hollows from the celebration set. I would trade any one of those stacks for one of the trainer cards on the list. And if you wanted to go with some of these other cards, like let's say if you had a Blissey V, we can look prices up on them if you want to do that. I got no problem with that. We will offer you something that will be in your favor. Because these are cards that we don't want to spend tons of money going out and buying hundreds of packs, attempting to pull one card and never pulling it. We've done that over the years, and that gets kind of rough. Yeah, it's going great, Dimples. How are you doing? Good to have you here. Thanks for joining us. So that's kind of where I'm at. I don't know if any of you have anything that you want to bring up. If you want to come online, I will drop the link in the chat, and you can come on and show everybody what you got or what you're interested in or whatever you want to do. Again, this is new for us, but we figured we could use the YouTube platform to kind of help other people out that don't want to go out and spend hundreds and thousands of dollars buying Pokemon cards, which when you buy them on YouTube auctions, that's cool. People usually give you a pretty good deal on most of the things you buy. But maybe you just don't want to spend any more money. Well, this is where you can trade. Only thing it'll cost you is your half of the shipping. Thank you, Mr. John. Appreciate that. We do like it when you hit the thumbs up. Oh. Does anybody have any questions about anything related to this, or even if it isn't? Don't be afraid to ask. Otherwise, we'll just hang out here for a while, see if anybody's got any trades that they're interested in doing. I know Mr. Wilson said he was going to be digging through some cards over the last week and see if he had anything. And I haven't seen him in any of the chats tonight as of yet. But I've been, yeah, go ahead. Even if it isn't Pokemon related, Mel, I don't care. You could ask anything. We are not afraid to answer questions. And if it's inappropriate, I'll just tell you it's inappropriate and I won't answer it. And if you're naughty, then you get the naughty shame, the naughty finger of shame, she says.
Would you do a video on the best way to build a deck for a tournament?
Actually, I have done videos about decks.
We can always do it.
We've done several.
We can always do it here.
But we can absolutely do another one if you'd like.
We could do it now.
We could do it right now.
If nobody wants to trade.
I mean, if there aren't anybody interested in trades right now, I can go through a deck that I have that is tournament ready. Would be tournament competitive in the right hands. It's not an easy deck to play, but I can definitely show one if you guys are interested.
I think mine would be easier.
Doing that right now. Yours is kind of a
weird.
It's weird, yeah. but it's a lot
We
less
have
complex.
Fire and Psychic deck.
Well, I can show you a dark deck. I don't have a psychic. Let me have my deck there, please. Thank you. And I'll separate it right now so you can get an example of what you're going to build. But I want to ask in the chat, what's the most important thing to have in your deck?
Basics.
Yeah, basic Pokemon. That's right. But when you look at a tournament competitive deck, for example, if you went out to the store right now and you bought a World Championship reprint deck, you would see the vast majority of these decks run a lot of trainer cards. And I mean a lot of trainer cards, especially in comparison to the other cards. Now, you're allowed to play 60 cards total in the deck. Can't play any more than 60. You can't play any less than 60. You cannot play any more than 4 of any type of card in your deck, whether it be Pokemon, trainer, or anything else, except for basic energy cards. And if you look at the card and it just says energy on it, and it looks something like this.
Mickey says most important thing to have is every stuff you need.
Every stuff. We need every stuff. That's why Mickey's here, because we need every stuff.
I'll say, if there are people that still want to trade, I am watching the chat.
Yep, Danielle's going to be taking care of the chat while I go through this. So here is my Gengar deck. Now, this deck is made for tournaments, and it is tournament legal currently under the standard format and would be playable at a tournament tomorrow and would be competitive at a tournament tomorrow if you wanted to play at a tournament tomorrow. So there's my basic energies. I play 5 of them. They're dark energies. There are 4 special energies I play. They're known as single strike energies. I'll explain that in a little bit. I'm going to sort the Pokemon and show you those. There's my basic Gengar, my Houndour, and I'll explain that as well.
Ooh, the glare on Gengar.
Yeah, there's probably a little bit of glare on some of these because of the sleeves. I do apologize for that. Hopefully, by me spreading them out a little bit, it'll show up a little better. There's my Gengars, my Houndooms, and my Urshifu. Yeah, it's probably not even, it might even be that big light. I don't know. So, excuse me. Does that help it? No, not really. All right, well, we're just going to have to live with that.
One.
I've got some work to do on the lighting down here yet, but we'll get there. It takes time. So if you look closely at that setup, you're not going to see...
Batman Mike says, what is a V-Stars card is energy?
What's a V-Star card's energy? That's a very good question. I will explain that to you in just a moment. And you can tell every Pokemon's energy requirements after what I show you. Okay? We will get to that in just a moment, as soon as I get done fooling around with these cards and sorting everything out. There's a lot of trainers in this deck, so it takes me a minute to sort them. Birdkeeper, there he is. All right, so these are a lot of one-ups. So if you're looking closely at this setup with the Pokemon, 4 Gengar V, those are basic Pokemon. 4 Gengar V, or 3 Gengar Vmax, that's the evolution that he turns into. 4 Houndours, 4 Houndooms. That's what he turns into. I will go through those a little more individually as we go along. But I wanted to show you that there is 16 Pokemon in that deck. 9 energy.
Danielson's asking if we have any barbecue videos in the pipeline.
We do have, obviously with winter time, barbecuing is a little tough in Wisconsin. But we do have some coming up. We've got another food video that we are shooting tomorrow. Obviously, with the events that unfolded this winter, our video shooting kind of went by the wayside as we dealt with tragedy. If you don't know what it is, I'm not going to delve into that too much tonight. But we've had tragedy in the family, and we've had to go through a lot of stuff to deal with that. But we are trying to be on the road to recovery and bring up...
Tomorrow, if I can get my butt out of bed, I'm going to edit.
Tomorrow she's going to start editing because she's on spring break. So we're going to start having regular videos, not just lives put out.
Would have done it today, but it was my brother's birthday.
It was his brother. Yep, that's right.
My birthday.
He turned 30 today. So there's our trainers. There's 4 of each of these, 3 of these, 2 of these, and then 1 of each of these. Now you can see there's a far more substantial number of trainers in the deck than there is Pokemon or energies. And there's a reason for that. If you're familiar with how to play poker, and you're sitting there with 4 cards in your hand to the royal flush, and you could draw a card out of the deck that says, hey, go find the ace of hearts and make the royal flush. you'd love to have that card in your deck. Well, that's, in a way, this is kind of how these cards work. Some let you draw their cards, some let you search for certain things, some have effects on the gameplay, but they all do different things. Okay? So that's important too. And again, if you look at the difference in the size of the amount of trainers versus the amount of energies, it's really no comparison. With 9 energies and I believe 16 Pokemon, that leaves me room for 35. Over half the deck is trainers. So the basic explanation of the deck is this. Gengar Vmax is your primary attacker. And if you look closely at one of these cards, you'll see here on this Gengar Vmax, for example, I'm going to see how this shows up on the picture here. It's a little bit hard for me to judge this with the lag. Is that pretty good? Okay. So you look down here where there's an attack called Fear and Panic. It takes 2 dark energies to make that attack happen. It does 60 times the number of V or Vmax that your opponent has in play. The bottom attack takes 3 dark energies and it does 250 damage and he can't attack next turn. So that's how you determine how many energies and what kind of energies your Pokemon need. Again, another example, this little guy right here takes 100 energy to do his top attack, and a water energy and a colorless energy or any other type of energy to do his second attack. So that's kind of how you determine that energy. So anyway, here's our Gengar Vmax once again. Now he's our primary attacker. I play 4 of this guy because this is our supporting Pokemon. He'll sit on the bench and he helps us out by saying, hey, once during your turn, you can look through your deck, you can find a single strike energy, which is what this is, and you can attach it to one of your Pokemon and then put 2 damage counters on that Pokemon. And these energies can provide fighting energy or they can provide dark energy, which is what he requires. It also says on this card that if it's attached to a single strike Pokemon, that Pokemon's attack does 20 more damage. So in theory, if I can power up 4 Houndooms, attach 4 of those energies in one turn, put 80 damage counters on myself, I can do the bottom attack for 330 damage and knock out pretty much anything in the game in one hit. That's kind of the idea behind this deck. Lisa, good to see you. How are you?
I think Lisa's gone already.
That's all right. We just say hi to Lisa. If she watches it later, she'll see it. Well, you hang in there, Dimples. We, something even not, oh boy. Prayers to you. We don't like to see anybody having any troubles like that. So, but Melissa, hopefully that answers a brief answer of your question. Obviously, decks like this take a little more time to learn to play and to master.
I mean, I don't know. Mine's really simple.
Her deck is a little bit easier. Literally plays 7 Pokemon, 8 Pokemon.
8 Pokemon.
Yeah, she plays 4 of the basic, 4 of the evolution, like the Gengar I showed you. And that's all she plays. And she can theoretically get it out one turn. Can't be touched by anybody that has a special energy card. And if you look at this card, right there in the upper right-hand corner, it says special energy. So I can load all of these onto my Gengar, and her Duraludon says, no, you can't touch me. And then I'm in trouble. So
That's where Path to the Peak comes in.
yeah, Path to the Peak. Path to the Peak is an amazing card. But you also can see why when you play this game competitively or build decks competitively, you have to have a lot of trainer cards. I mean a lot of trainer cards. So a couple of ideas of some of the ones that are on our list that we're looking for. This is Evolution Incense. That's one we're looking for. Let's see, what else are we looking for that's in here? I have enough of those. Marnie. I'll show the basic of Marnie. This is Marnie. We're looking for Marnie. Path to the Peak is on that list. That's a card we're looking for. Bird Keeper. Yeah, here comes the list. Bird Keeper. That's another one that we're looking for. Boss's Orders. And this one comes in like 3 or 4 different versions, so it doesn't have to be the one that looks just like that. We don't talk about Bruno. If you've seen Encanto.
Watch
Encanto, if you don't know the reference to that, we don't talk about Bruno. But that's the kind of stuff we look for, okay? And there's the list once again. She's brought that out to show you of what we'd like to trade for if we have the opportunity. Mom, how are you? Good to see you here. Thanks for joining us. Glad you're with us. Nice to have you on. Give a brief lesson on how to build a deck. I should show a lot more basic deck than that. That is a tournament competitive deck that will play well and give you wins in the tournament. Will it win the tournament? Depends on your skill level. I've never won a tournament personally. I've taken a lot of second places and scooped because my kid was the one I was playing against in the finals. Whatever.
I was gonna make a funny suggestion of nobody wants to trade. We can always play for them.
Well, I mean, that's okay too. We can do that. It'll take a minute or two to clean things up. But would you guys, if nobody's interested in trading tonight, which is
We
perfectly
can show them
fine,
a competitive match.
we can show you a match of standard format, competitive level.
It might be just a learning night
Yeah.
tonight.
Would you like to do that instead? Because we can do that if nobody wants to trade. And if somebody comes in and wants to trade, we can do that later, or we can stop, or however you want to do it, gang. You know, we're just here to provide a platform.
And entertain.
Yeah, but I don't entertain very well. I'm not very, yeah. But we can do that if you'd like. And I think what I'll do then, if that is the case, is I will put these cards away so we don't knock them over or something like that. Which,
Mm-hmm.
and we're playing 600 card pickup.
Mel made San do it. Show us a match.
Okay, we'll do it. Since Mel's first time being here, and since I've known Mel for so many years,
We're
and
gonna have
she's
to move the
requested,
camera
yeah.
too.
Oh, the camera will be fine.
No,
I got to kick that camera around, and I'm going to move this one out of the way for now. We'll just keep that camera on while we load these cards up out of the way, and I'll get her stuff out and your stuff out, and my every
And Mike
stuff.
saved it too. Yes.
All right, here, you take care of the foils, and I'll take care of these non-foils. I think I put some of the foils accidentally on my stack there. Apologize for that. Yeah. So what you're going to see is you're going to see two competitive level decks that we got inspiration from, kind of borrowed an idea from somebody. Didn't steal their deck list card for card, but they showed a deck online on one of their YouTube videos. We liked the concept of the deck. We altered it slightly to be fitting for our needs.
Do I do?
Built it, tested it.
Should we show them deck limit?
No.
No.
Here's a few more foils for your side there. I don't really want to show that. I mean, we can, but I prefer, you know, if you want to, that's fine.
I don't know.
Because that,
How many cards you're looking for?
what does it say?
Lots of stuff.
Okay. Yeah, it sounds like Dimples is having a little bit of trouble tonight. So, you know, that's cool. Yeah, go ahead and put those in there. I'm out of room. Put those cards in your box, please. I just ran out of space in mine. I'm a little slower, like, sure gotta hurry up. Yeah, gotta do what you gotta do, and we, that's all right, Anna. Don't worry about it. You know, we'll
We're just here to have fun.
yeah, our list changes from day to day, week to week sometimes. Depends on what I buy.
What we
You
want
know,
to build.
sometimes we run out of patience and time waiting for things to come. Which deck do you want? This one?
Lindsay, Diane,
That's a Diaz.
sure. Name dice too.
I got mine right there. You want yours?
Both. Ah.
Okay, here you go. So I'll just give you that one for right now. I'll take this one for right now. Good to have you here, Lindsay. Thanks for coming tonight.
I feel like that's too close.
It'll be all right. So we might not be able to see each and everything, but we'll do our best to try to give you an idea of what's going on during the match. Show you what we can.
Oh no.
So since I have just stacked my deck and to show all the separate Pokemon, the separate trainers and things like that, I'm going to pile shuffle my deck to start off with because I want to try to mix things up a little bit. I don't want to have all 7 cards that I draw off my original hand be all Pokemon because I need some energies and some trainers. Now, you want your deck to be truly randomized. I agree with that. But it would take me a long time to shuffle otherwise. To randomize the deck, to split up all the different things. Some people will say, well, you can't do it that way. That's cheating. As long as I randomize it thoroughly after I do this, it should be just fine.
I'm always a mess.
That's all right. Sometimes my hands don't work so good for doing this anymore. You shuffle these cards for 25 years and it gets to be kind of, yeah. Something I did show last night, I'm going to show you guys real quick too. And we may have some of these up for trade in the not too distant future if I can remember where I put them.
One of the cards I actually have on the list is this one right here.
That's on the list. That's the alternative art Duraludon. That's a card that she really wants to get more copies of.
I only got one.
Yeah. And we will trade more better cards. We will trade V's for D's and those things. But this is what I was talking about. This is a caricature dice. This is actually Gengar. And somebody had this put onto dice. So we bought, we must have had 50, 60 different ones around here. We cleaned a lot of them out there somewhere around here to go to, you get put in the sell and trade and things. Battery coins, and we got those. All right, so we're going to sufficiently randomize our deck, shuffling however you want to shuffle, whatever works best for you. We offer our opponent a cut to start the game. We're going to flip a coin. In this case, we use dice. Heads are even numbers, tails are odd numbers. In this case, with this Japanese die, that is a heads, as you can see. That's
and asking, when making a deck, can you use cards from a different set, or do they have to be from the same set?
You can use cards from any set you want as long as they're legal for that format.
If you're playing in a tournament.
If you're playing in a tournament. If you're playing at League, you can kind of play whatever you want. Unless they have rules. Hey, Betty Boop. All right, so we've offered cuts. Now we're going to draw 7 cards to start this game off. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now this game may go very slow or it may go very quick. Now we both need to do is we need to find at least one basic Pokemon in our opening hand. We put that as our active Pokemon, as you can see on our table here.
You guys going first?
Spot for active, it was heads and equal tails. So I'm going to go first. We put 6 cards to the side. Those are our prizes. Every time we knock out our opponent's Pokemon, we can take one of those prizes, unless it's a special Pokemon, then we can take more than one. I draw for my turn to start the game. I cannot attack.
Yeah, they can't see much of what you're doing at all.
They can't?
No.
How about
They can
now?
only see the Gengar.
Okay. Well, I have another Gengar on my bench, rest assured. Okay. I attach 1 energy per turn, so there's my 1 energy attachment per turn. I can play trainers and stadiums, but I cannot play supporters when I go first. So I am playing a level ball, and I am going to search my deck for a Pokemon with up to 90 HP. And I'm going to take this Houndour that has 60 HP, and he becomes a second Pokemon on my bench. And I can play up to 5 on my bench.
Yeah, say if you guys do want to learn how to play the game, I recommend the Pokemon trading card game online.
Yep. There is a trading card game on, if you go to Pokemon.go, it's now called Pokemon Live.
That's not out yet.
It's beta testing. Anyway, you can go on there and you can see how games are played in basic form. You can play games in basic form, test things out, and eventually do things online. That's another thing I didn't mention to everybody that we do trade for is code cards for online play. I am done with my turn. I cannot attack. I cannot play any other trainers or supporters from my hand. So she's going to go now. She draws for her turn. She may attach an energy card for her turn. She's also attaching a big charm tool, which gives her basic Pokemon additional 50 HP. She flipped Crushing Hammer. If she flips heads, she can throw away one of my energies in play.
And I got a 3.
She got a 3. That's tails. Odd numbers are tails. Even numbers are heads. You're done?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I drew a Houndour. I'm going to put him on my bench. I'm going to play a supporter card called Professor's Research. I must discard the other cards in my hand, discard everything, so I have nothing left, and draw 7 cards. 3, 4, 5, 6. Some of my cards are upside down for some reason.
I didn't do it.
I didn't know how I did it either. I'm going to use a trainer called Evolution Incense. Could search my deck for an evolution card. I don't know if I can do this. Dang it, I can't. Okay, I'm going to take the Houndoom, which evolves from the Houndour on my bench. And I'm going to play that on my Houndour. Yeah, I guess I'm going to have to do that.
25 people who want to watch play Pokemon.
Yeah, well, that's great. We're glad to have you all here. Appreciate you being here.
It's cool.
Yeah. So, you want to cut?
Nope.
She's not going to cut. Okay, I'm going to play another level ball. Again, search my deck for a Pokemon 90 HP or less. And when you get to use a card that search your deck, I highly recommend you learn what's in your deck And then when you search through, you can see what the 6 face down prize cards that you didn't get to look for are by determining what's missing out of your deck. Hey, there's CT Treasures. They're here. Hooray!
Woo.
And we hope you're having a blast out there. We can't wait to see you again. We know you're going to be there for a little bit longer. Houndour goes on my bench. I'm going to drop another Gengar, so I have 3. Gets a little crowded on these smaller tables.
That's
So.
what I was saying. We gotta zoom out.
Yeah, that's all right. We're okay. So I am going to play an energy card on him. And
Just preparing.
yeah, I was trying to figure out a way I could knock you out, but I don't think I can because you have a big charm. Actually, yes, I can. May I take this energy instead? Okay. And I will use his ability.
That's no fun. That's why I gotta play deck moment.
And so now I'm using the Houndoom's ability. It says search my deck for a single strike energy, which I'm going to do. I think, no, I still can't knock you out. I can almost knock you out. I'm going to try, though.
Me kaboom.
Yeah. And I'm going to attach this to one of my single strike Pokemon, and I'm going to put 2 damage counters on it, so now it has 190 of his 210 left. And then I'm going to do Pain Explosion, which does 190 plus 20 plus 20, so it does 230, and I have to put 33 damage counters on myself, so I'm now up to 5.
So that's math.
Yeah,
That's right.
that's 230. That's right. So I hit her. If she wouldn't have had the big charm, I would have knocked her out. But she has the big charm, so I can't knock her out. She has 270 HP. She drops a new stadium card, which knocks my stadium out.
30.
Path to the Peak or the Crystal Cave says once during your turn, a metal guy can heal 30 damage. She's going to heal 50 off of me and 50 off of herself with Team Yell Towel, which is another trainer card. Lucky Ice Pop, she heals 20, and she flipped tails. The card goes to her discard pile. And she Boost Shakes. Boost Shake says she can search her deck for an evolution or a level max card. Evolve one of her Pokemon that ends her turn. So now this guy says, if I have special energies on, I can't touch him at all. So now I'm in trouble because I have special energies on. So now I have to find a way to get around that. So I'm going to attach... Oh, I'm going to try this. This is going to be a reach. But I'm going to attach this dark energy right here to this Pokemon. And then I'm going to once again play... No, I'm not. All right, I got to reach for this. I'm going to reach a lot.
Pilot Settler.
I'm going to retreat. Retreat cost on the Pokemon is written in this bottom corner down here. It says those 2 little white stars. Cost me 2 energy cards to retreat, so I'm going to throw them 2 energies away. I'm going to put up another guy as my active. I'm going to use Urn of Vitality. It says search my deck, discard pile for 2 energy cards like those. Put them back in my deck and shuffle it.
Dimple says Autumn has some Japanese cards, I think. How would you recommend her figuring out who or what they are?
And you would have to use
I'd say look up the set symbol and their number.
Well, that's what I'm going to suggest. If you look at every card down here in this bottom left-hand corner, there's a little funny-looking symbol, and there's also a set of numbers. Usually it's a number like 50 out of 190 or something like that. Generally speaking, even on Japanese cards, they have a number that looks something like that. And if you can find that and punch that into your eBay search, and it'll say, you can put in Japanese 119 out of, or whatever that number is, it's 126 out of 163. And it'll come up with something to show you exactly what that card is. Playing Professor's Research, again, discarding my hand, drawing 7 cards. I'm reaching for straws right now, gang. Okay, so I didn't get what I needed. I got a Gengar Vmax to evolve my guy on the bench. And I have my turn. Heal the 30. That's her Crystal Cave. Every turn she can heal 30 damage off of her metal guys. You want the Houndoom? Okay. She's bringing up the Houndoom to try to stall me out because she doesn't have any cards in her hand, so she's struggling to draw. I'm going to draw for my turn. I think I can pull this off. So I'm going to attach energy to my bench guy. I'm going to use Bird Keeper, which is a supporter that says switch your active with one of your bench and then draw 3 cards. So I'm going to put up my big Gengar Vmax with 3 energies on it. And then I draw 3 cards. 1, 2, and 3. Now I'm going to use Fear and Panic for 60 damage. So she now has 160 on her again, but she has how many HP do you have total? 380?
360.
360. Okay, so I got a long ways to go to knock her out. So
We'll do the cave.
yep, do the cave, yep, and then do the Lucky Ice Pop. This is a great card.
Now when you flip tails.
Now when you flip tails. So what the card says, it says you heal 20 damage from your Pokemon, and then you flip a coin. And instead of that card going to the discard pile, if you get heads, it can go to your hand, and then you can use it again. I've watched a guy flip 15 heads in a row and heal 300 damage.
I think the most I did was 7.
That's crazy, ain't it? It's funny to watch, though.
This deck's a lot better online than it is
Yeah, it really is. I'm going to attach an energy to this bench Gengar, and I'm going to evolve this guy to Houndoom. And, geez, I can't even do that. So I think you have 120. Gmax Swallow does 250, puts her at 370. I would take 3 prizes in that situation. And these are the 3 cards.
Well, that doesn't help.
Yeah, she prized a lot of her draw supporters. And that's unfortunately sometimes how the game goes and sometimes how fast it can be.
If I'm going to play deck vomit, I got to have the camera out.
Yeah. You want to put it up here?
Yeah, if we're going to do deck vomit.
We can put the triangle camera over here. We can do it that way. You want to play deck vomit? Which deck is it in?
Gray one.
Gray one? The gray one. Oh, that one. Yeah, the Lugia one.
Can I have my deck box? Where'd it go? Oh.
I don't know. You asking me to give you things that you took away.
I don't remember.
All right.
They got to see the whole field to understand.
Yeah, so this deck we're going to put the other camera over here because this one gets a little more crazy. This one takes a little more space, so we're going to need another camera. Can I have the
moose?
Oh, yeah, moose.
You got the moose?
Yeah.
Moose.
Thank you. So I'm going to switch over to the other camera real quick. And if I can figure out how. There we go. So this will show a little bit wider angle of what's going on, some of the other stuff we have on the field.
Oh, yeah, that's a lot better.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Hey, they can see me now. Hi.
Yeah, hi, how are you? Thanks for coming tonight.
Kind of helps.
Trying to get in a little closer, but yeah, okay. So we'll try it that way. So those of you that do follow us pretty regularly, you've seen some of the videos where we talked about trying to get Mew V and Mew Vmax. Oh, yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's an amazing time, you know. So we built the Mew V.
I don't like Bang.
You don't drink Bang. I drink Bang.
Yeah.
You must Pika Bang, yeah. Here's the V and the Vmax. Okay, we probably showed these on camera, but this deck with these guys in it is arguably the best deck in the entire format. Okay, so we built it partly to play it, partly to play test against it. We call it Deck Vomit because this deck literally will throw up most of its cards in like 3 turns. The entire deck will be gone in like 3 turns if it goes right.
The only thing I drink is water.
It's true. Once in a while, I'll see her miss, but that's about all she has. And in part, this deck that I have, my Gengar deck, was, well, I built it partly because it's Gengar.
Tails.
Tails again, she called. And it is Tails. She's going first. I also built this in part because with Mew V being as popular as it is and weak to dark, I needed to have a dark deck. So I have him. Okay, she has no basics in her opening hand. So she shows me that. That's called a mulligan. So that means if I do draw a basic, which I did, I can put a marker on top of my deck. And once she sets up, then I can draw an extra card. That's a mulligan. I like mulligans.
Mulligan with this deck, yeah, they're all on.
Yeah, you're supposed to mulligan with Duraludon. It's only got 4 basics. And I see your messages on there. I just won't have an opportunity to take a look at it until we're done tonight. So please bear with me on that. Go ahead. I don't need to cut. If I can't trust you, I can't trust anybody. But I do recommend that you cut it, especially in terms of she mulliganed again. So
Got 2 bosses orders.
There are a very few people out there that will cheat at these tournaments because there can be big money involved, and they will cheat. They'll sleight of hand cards. They'll take things out of their discard pile and put them in their hand. There's a lot of crazy shenanigans we've seen over the years. So if I'm playing in a competitive tournament, I definitely want to cut my opponent's deck.
I shuffle my opponent's deck.
And you can do that too. That's as legal as. Thank you, Anna. You can absolutely do that as well.
Oh my god.
That's 3. Some people will say, well, geez, you should put more basics in that deck. You're giving your opponent all them extra cards to draw for their opening hand. You're not wrong. At the same token, if you put all basic Pokemon in your deck, you won't need to draw anything but basic Pokemon. And your deck will be slow and clunky and get beat before you know it. So sometimes it's a risk you got to take.
Wow, it's like the worst.
All right. So she got Meloetta as her starter.
Horrible
I have
start.
Gengar as my starter, and I get to draw my 3 extra cards. You decided you wanted to go first, so
Yep.
go ahead.
Draw. I'm going to fail this deck already.
Nah, you're going to be fine. You don't flip that. She's playing Great Ball. Says, look at the top 7 cards of your deck. Take any Pokemon out of there that you want, and shuffle the rest of the cards back into
It's
your
not
hand.
going to be the vomit I was hoping for.
No, that's all right. You got another turn yet. I can't knock you out first turn. Yet. No, I can't. There's no way I can.
This is not. I am just dead wrong.
So she took Mew V for her basic, or for her Pokemon with a Great Ball draw.
Like not in my.
Sometimes it makes a huge difference.
Yeah, that was in the deck.
Okay. She accidentally knocked an extra card out of the deck, so she's just going to reshuffle.
No, knock my whole
And
hand.
it happens. It happens. It happens to the best of us. It happens to everyone. All right, so she took the Mew Vmax, or Mew V, it went on her bench as a basic. Now she's playing 2 Fog Crystals. Fog Crystal says you may search your deck for either a Psychic Pokemon or a Psychic Energy. And she's going to go through her deck, see what she's missing, see what she has. She picked out a Mew V, which is a Psychic Pokemon, and a Psychic Energy, so then she has those 2 cards. She just did them both at the same time because it doesn't change the order of operations in the game. Saves us time from her having to shuffle twice. Normally you'd play them one at a time, though.
And go.
All right, she's done for her turn. I'm going to draw for my turn, and I am going to... What am I going to do? Oh, boy. Okay, I'm going to play a Quick Ball.
This is not the vomit I was hoping for.
Quick Ball says I have to discard a card from my hand. So I'm going to discard to earn a Vitality, and I can search my deck for a basic Pokemon, anyone I want. So I'm just looking to see kind of what's in my deck and what's missing from my deck. It looks like I have most of the pieces that I need. So I'm going to take a basic Houndour. And I'm going to go back into my deck again, so I'm not going to offer her a cut right now. And I'm going to take another Quick Ball, and I'm going to play that. And I am going to throw away Bruno, and I am going to search for another Houndour. Maybe. I know they're here somewhere. There we go. So there's 2 Houndours and 2 Quick Balls. Got those guys out. Actually, should have done that differently. That's all right. There we are. I'm going to cut. Okay. Attaching an energy for my turn. I will pass. I could have done more this turn, but I'm going to hold the hand because there's resources in my hand that I don't want to use up. It might be a mistake. She's got a Mew Vmax, 2 energies on the Meloetta using Elsa Sparkle. Elsa Sparkle says she can search her deck for up to 2 fusion energies and attach one of them to 2 different Pokemon. She determined she wanted to attach one to Mew, one to Mew Vmax on her bench, so that's what she's going to do. And forgive us, sometimes we do things very, very subtly, and we know what the other one's doing because we played this game so many times together that she pointed at those 2 Pokemon. She's throwing 2 power tablets on. So this guy's attack says it does 70 damage for each of the fusion energies she has in play. So that's 140 plus 20 for each of these.
30.
30 for each of these. So
200.
that's 60 more. So that's 200 damage. So I go 6 and 6. So I have 210 HP total.
I love drawing with everything.
So I'm 10 away from being knocked out.
The
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm gonna evolve him into Gengar Vmax, save his bacon. Then I'm gonna play a Houndoom to evolve my bench. Use an Evolution Incense Trainer card. Search for an Evolution card, and I'm going to take 2 pills and call me in the morning.
Dimple says, I looked through a small stack of Adam's cards, found one of each of the following: Clara, Pug Crystal, Cape of Toughness, and Palpad. Is there different ones for each of them?
There's some trainers are reprinted, but those are definitely ones that we would like to have. If you want to work out some kind of a trade, I would love to do that. Let me just play through this real quick. I have 2 Houndooms. I'm going to use both of them for single strike energies. So I can search my deck for 2 energy cards that have single strike on them. I can attach them to any Pokemon I want and then put 20 damage counters on that Pokemon. Ooh, that's getting dangerous.
I love dead drawing all my
I'm
cards.
sorry to hear that. I don't know if I want to attach both of them to him or not. I don't need to. All right, I'm going to attach 1 to him and 1 to him. I got it. 3 there and 2 there. Okay. I'm going to attach return. I'm going to play research.
Can I draw like actual cards?
Should use escape. Oh, that's all right.
It's gotta be right.
Yeah. So I draw 7 fresh cards. Yeah, that didn't help me at all. Okay, so I'm going to use Fear and Panic. Does 60 damage plus 20 times 2 is 200. Knocks out that guy. So I take 1 prize card because that's oh boy. Yeah, but you can. Oof. She's going to use Elsa's Sparkle again.
This is the worst I've ever drawn with this deck.
Yeah, normally this deck does not draw this poorly. So once again, she takes 2 fusion energies and splits them up amongst 2 guys.
It can't perform well under, being...
Too much stress on the cameras! The deck's afraid to come out and play. I'll help her out next time. Don't worry.
I'm gonna retreat. I got no retreat.
Yeah, you get free retreats. And not that it matters which one you put up. But, oh yeah, it does come once a VMAX. So you can steal any attack you want, or you can use your attack straight up.
How much do you have?
210, so I have 110 left. You can knock me out. With your 130 attack, knock me out.
Yeah, I'll just max Miracle.
Okay. So she knocks me out. She takes 3 prizes because that's a VMAX. Now I'm in trouble. I'm going to push up my Houndoom. Oh boy.
It's a very important thing that has not come out at all
Yeah.
in this deck.
Well, I'm going to play a level ball.
You draw for your turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that doesn't matter. It's all right. So I'm playing a level ball. Allows me to search a basic or search for a Pokemon with 90 HP or less. I'm taking a Houndour. This is ugly. There's only one way I can win this match. And I have to knock out that Pokemon VMAX. I don't know if I can do it. Earn a Vitality. Search my discard pile for 2 single strike energies. Shuffle them into my deck. Yeah. I need a Gengar is what I need. I can't find one.
You're dear.
Yeah.
Heck, she might even have me check the rest of her cards. I look through what she had on the kitchen table.
Oh yeah, no, take your time. That's cool. I appreciate you doing that. I have to have one, so I'm gonna have to do this. I'm gonna have to play Marnie. So what Marnie says is we both shuffle our hands, put them on the bottom of our deck,
I like my hand.
and then I draw 5 and she draws 4.
I really liked my hand.
No, that's too bad. I did too, but I need cards. There's my Gengar. And I can attach return. So I will. And then I'm going to yeah, I actually have to do this. I don't want to, but yeah. I'm going to use both of these guys' ability of Single Strike Roar. I'm going to search those energies back out. This is kind of risky, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Like you're in any danger.
I will be. Trust me. I don't even know what the top bottom attack on that Mew V does.
Psychic League for 70 and shuffles Pokemon card attached to in the deck.
Okay. I'm going to take a chance that I can pull this off. And I put 4 damage counters on him because I attached 2 of those energies like that. I will use the retreat, throwing away both energies on the Houndour. Push up him and do Pain Explosion for 250 times 2. And put 3 damage counters on myself. I get 3 prizes for that. So I'm down to 2, she's got 3 left. That might have been a mistake, but I have to do something to try to make this game go because I are in trouble. And now the deck vomit begins. So one thing you haven't seen out of her deck yet is the Genesect V. The Genesect V is kind of what makes this deck go around. The idea behind this deck and why we call it deck vomit is for your Genesect in play. Here comes a Cramomatic. She throws away an item card, flips heads, searches her deck for anything she wants. Genesect V has an ability on it that says you may use him 1 time during your turn. Quick Ball and Cramomatic. And you may draw until you have the same number of cards in your hand as you do Fusion Strike Pokemon in play. Now, the way the deck's supposed to work is she's supposed to get 6 Fusion Strike guys in play.
Olin wants to know if you'll teach him how to shuffle cards.
Yeah, glad to.
Oh, me? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how to.
We'll figure a way out. Absolutely. So now that she's got 3 Genesect Vs in play, plus the Mew, that's 4 Fusion Strike guys. She only has 1 card left in her hand. So now she can use the first Genesect to draw until she has 4 in her hand.
Great Ball.
And now she's playing Great Ball. Looking at the top 7 of her deck, finds another Genesect. And the vomiting begins. So now she has 3 cards in her hand and 5 Pokemon in play. She's going to play Quick Ball, discard the Crystal Cave.
I take basics.
Yes, you have to take a basic.
What if I don't have any?
Then you don't take any. See how that works? She can fail to search because the deck contents are never known by the game. So now she's down to 1 card in her hand again. So now she can draw 5 until she has 5. So it's wash, rinse, and repeat. She just keeps going through her deck and doing this over and over again. It's plus 10. So now she plays that card out of her hand. She plays that card out of her hand.
Number 2.
3.
Number 3.
Number 3.
Number 3.
This is
Draw 2.
Genesect number 3. She gets to draw 2 more cards. Evolves the Beam Vmax. Attaches an energy to the bench. Attaches a tool to the bench. And she has number 4. Now she gets to draw a 4th time until she has 5 in her hand.
How much do you have on?
I have 70 on me. I have 140 left. So you can be 140 with him.
Yeah, Max Miracle.
So she just knocked out that guy again, too. So now I'm in a lot of trouble because I have nothing left to attack with. I have no way to attack her. But I don't give up hope yet. She has 1 prize left. I have 2. So I basically have to knock out any one of her Pokemon because this guy will give me 3 prizes. Those guys give me 2 prizes. The question is, how am I going to do it? Maybe. Okay, I'm going to put this guy on the bench. This is my Urshifu V. I don't need him, but I'm going to put him on my bench to get him out of the way. Gengar gets out of the way. We're going to play Earn a Vitality. And I get to search 2 Single Strike energies out of my discard pile and shuffle them back into my deck. This is not going to be easy. I need a miracle draw. See if I can pull it off. There's a card I can use. Evolution Incense. Search my deck for an evolution card. See if I have any left. Now, somebody might say to me, but barbecue, you can evolve your Gengar into the Vmax and he's bigger and stronger. You're right. But he has to be down on the bench for at least one turn. So I can't evolve him until next turn. And unfortunately, with her setup the way she is now, next turn she's going to knock me out. So, what am I going to do? No, I never do. So basically, if I can do my pain explosion attack for 360 damage or 380 damage, I can knock you out, right? If I can do it, that would be the only way I can win this game. So
you got those two.
right, I know that makes me take 2 damage counters for attaching an energy from my hand. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to attach an energy from my hand. Then I'm going to do 2 of the single strike roars. I'm going to search my deck for 2 of these energies. There they are. I don't know if I can. This is going to be amazing if I can pull it off, but yeah. I might be able to. I need 1 card, and I think I have 1 left in my deck. I have to look and see. So there's those guys, and now he goes up to 6. And see, I don't care how much damage I put on him, because if I don't pull this off, I don't win the game. I still have it, so I don't think it's in my prizes. Marnie. Shuffle your hand, put it on the bottom of your deck. I draw 5 because I played the Marnie. She draws 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I didn't get it. I'm 1 card short of being able to do what I want to do. Dang nabbit. Her vitality. No, I can't stop her from winning this game, unfortunately. There's 2 energies back into my deck. To see, even though she started off really slow in this game, it still gave her an opportunity to come back because that deck just draws so many cards out of it. It's just insane. I don't even know if it's in here. She's probably looking to make sure it's prize. Thought I saw it earlier, but... Yep, there it is. That's the card I needed to draw. I didn't draw it. If I draw the card, I win. If I don't draw the card, I lose. And that's the way it goes. So yeah, I pass and she can knock me out. So I don't see. There's my other one. There was 1 prize. You were right. All right, so that's a little bit better of a game for you guys to see. Yeah. Unfortunately, my draws, she drew really horrible at the beginning, and then I couldn't draw the 1 card I needed, and none of them was prized. So, that happens. It happens sometimes. And there's things I could have done to have played better as well, to probably give myself greater chances at drawing the things I needed. All right, so let's get back to what we were looking at. Dimples, did you want to ask her if there's anything that she wants particularly in trade for those cards? Because I would be more than happy to trade for them. I can get my list out again. I can get cards out again and show you what I got. I'm offering for trade.
Whoops.
Split a sleeve.
And the meal.
Split the meal? You split the meal? Really? You split the meal Vmax? Really? Oh, she sure did. Look at that. I don't know if you can see that very well or not on the video, but she actually ripped the corner of the card inside the sleeve.
I've never done that before.
That's a first. That is the very first time that's ever happened before. And that's a $25 card that just got destroyed. But,
If it's played.
It happens. Yeah, look at the sleeve too. She actually ripped the sleeve wide open.
Sleeves out of there.
Yeah, that's all right. Which one do you want?
Well, that's a sleeve box.
Okay. Danielle's sleeve.
This is why I give people heart attacks when I shuffle.
Right, she's actually a little rough on things, which is why I keep about 5,000 sleeves in there. Mel, thanks for joining us tonight. We appreciate you being here. Thanks for coming. Don't be afraid to show up. Wednesday nights, 2 fat guys at Tim. We rotate between Storage Brats here and KT Treasures. Sunday night, Storage Brats is on doing their various shenanigans, including a live auction. Monday nights, KT Treasures has an auction. Thursday nights before we go on, absolutely awesome stuff. Has a great auction going on with Danny Deals and Tracy Cakes. Just a lot of things going on in YouTube in this community all the time. So just come on back and check out more of what we do. We appreciate you being here.
I might not be the best person to learn to shuffle from there.
That's
you've
probably
proven.
true. Yeah, I probably should show him how to shuffle. You can show him how not to. So there's our list again. And I'm going to get some cards out now. Hey, know about the love. Danny Cass finally showed up. Yeah. Yeah, so here's what I'm offering tonight for individual cards, okay? And I'll just show you some samples, and if there's particulars that you're not interested in what I show you, ask me for particulars, and I will try to help you get them.
Can't get my card back in here. There. So I'm gonna break these sleeves in.
8, 3, 9, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 50. Okay. Where's the other box on? The one that has the foil in it. Thank you. And I'm going to switch this over to the other camera in just a minute so you can see the table better, but I do want to give you just an idea of kind of the things that we're offering up, okay?
Can't believe I pulled it on the street.
Hey, I told you never give up. She was ready to scoop after I whacked her.
No.
First day. Oh, that sleeve? Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, there we go. Now let me switch the camera over real quick, Dimples, and everybody else, so that way you can see a little bit better of what's going on here. There we go. We're on camera 1. There we are. Okay. Appreciate your patience. So what I have here is a sample of each of the 3 things that I can offer per card tonight. And you can make the decision, or if there's something else, you say, well, I really don't need any more of that. What else you got to offer? I don't want to offer ultra rare cards for common trainers. I don't think that's very fair. But I'm not willing to. I am willing to lose a little on each trade. I don't mind that. On the left, you see with the green card on the top, there are 50 non-hollow, common, uncommon, and rare, a variety of cards mixed all up. Newer sets. They're all out of new sets or newer sets. In the middle, with this one here, you'll find 10. Good night, Batman. Thanks for coming out tonight. There are 10 probably reverse foils. I will show you those briefly just so you can see. There are reverse foils. There are rares. There's a foil rare. Okay, so there's a bunch of different rares or foils or different things in there. And the third stack has 10 Celebrations hollows. Okay. All from Celebrations, all foil. So you may choose any one of those 3 for each trainer card that she has to offer. And I'm going to go look and see again what you had in there. I can't remember. You have Clara, Fog Crystal, Cape of Toughness, and Pal Pad. I would like all 4 of them, and I will give you the choice to have 1 of each of those, 4 of one of those, 2 and 2, 3 and 1, 1, 1, 1 and 1, whatever you want. We're here for you, and we appreciate you helping us out. And believe me when I say that I've got plenty of cards to trade for any of these stacks. There are 8 more boxes over there like this one that have similar type of things in it. What in the heck are you up to? Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a mess. My daughter's OCD is kicking in a little bit, and she's having to organize.
Oh, no, I'm just bored.
Oh, okay. She's fixing her binder. Our trade binder has 150 or so ultra rare cards. Mickey, let me know, buddy. I'll bring along whatever you want, man. You just tell me what it is that you want in return, and I will be happy to bring it to you, sir. The one thing we're not short on is cards. Yeah, that's great, Dimples. You just let me know, even if you got to send me a private message or whatever. And then I think I have your address already, but we'll double check in the messages to confirm. And like I said, if she wants 200 cards like this, or 40 cards like this, or 40 cards like this, or 50, 20, 10, or 50, 10, 20, or 120, whatever. However you want to mix it up, no problem. We got you covered. Most of it is. Everything on this side is trainers up to here. Okay, let me move these out of the way real quick because you've seen those now at least briefly. And then I can show you the other cards we're looking for. These are more specific to what exactly we need. These cards on the right side, starting here, is an alternative art Duraludon V. That is an ultra rare card. Blissey V is an ultra rare. Dracozolt V is an ultra rare. Dracozolt Vmax, ultra rare. Dragapult V, Wyvern V, and then any Pikachus. Commons, uncommons, rares, anything like that. Have a good night, Violet. Thanks for being here. We appreciate you. All right. That sounds good, Mickey. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, Pikachus, we don't care even if they're a little damaged or whatever. It's just volume that's going to go in her collection. Trying to get it over 30,000. See if we can pull that off sometime in the near future. Careful, I'll rip those pages.
I'm trying.
By the way, Mickey, I got something for you too today. Just something for you to try. I know you said we had discussions about binders and things. I know your boy's binder is starting to feel the effects of being a full binder. Remember we talked about that? Take a look at that. There we are. So I picked up 2 of these today. They hold 360 cards each, and these are like the ones that we use where the cards go in the sides or go in sideways. I'll bring them down. You can try them out. If you like them, then you can find more for more of your cards. Satan's still. I don't want nothing to do with that. You can have all that. You can have mine. You can have hers. You can have everybody's. I ain't touching that. Total Satan, 9 million skull. Leave it. There we go. Nope. Nope. Ain't having. All right. Yeah, they're decent books, and they weren't super expensive. I found a good deal on them, so I grabbed a couple. Yeah, I'm waiting to look for that. What are you up to in Pikachus? Just under 29,000. We haven't done a more recent count, but we have a box full of them that we set aside, and then every few months we'll go through and count those and add them to the totals. And, yeah.
Pretty.
That's the rainbow page. So, if you guys get... Here, hold on a second. Show that page for a minute. Let's put that up there for a second. Take a look at this. These are some of the rainbow art cards that we have. Now, these cards are really beautiful. There's 11 of them, or 10 of them here on this page. If you have the ultra rare cards that we have that we're looking for example, if you had the alternate art Duraludon V, we put up 2 or 3 of these for the alternate art Duraludon V. Okay. If you have one of the other ones, like let's say you have a Blissey V. Okay. We've got all sorts of different cards to choose from that you could choose pretty much whatever you wanted. If you had a play set of 4 Blissey Vs, I would trade you 4 Urshifu V and 4 Urshifu Vmax because I have so many of them. Just as an example. It'll be in your favor, don't get me wrong.
The Mew.
Hey, we got the Mews that we don't need anymore because we pulled so many after I bought them all. But there's, this is all sorted by color thanks to her. So we got a lot to choose from. Don't be afraid to ask. If you've got something we need, we're happy to trade. There you go. Thank you, Jerry. All right. Anybody else got any other questions? Want to see anything? Want to trade for anything? Want to trade somebody else? We're here to offer that format just as well as we are just for our own personal needs. In fact, I prefer if everybody else trades too. me help you? I'm afraid to put this in there.
Yeah.
I'm afraid it'll come open.
At least it'll all be in one spot.
That's true. We're still working out some of the details on our shelves and things. We got some work to do. Hey, we're getting there. We're able to broadcast. We can do our lives fine.
Other than the mess that was.
Well, yeah, you know, that's kind of what happens sometimes.
I'm just organizing now.
Danielle's just in her mood to organize cards now, so. And that's good. We got the soft sleep over there. Got it.
Oy.
Well, while we've got oh, here comes Anna. I hope that the mail I sent you arrives soon and to receive what you sent me. Yeah, I sent it out the next day, so I can't imagine it would take too long. Of course, you don't live that far from me, but mail around here, like I got my Monday mail today, so, you know. Yeah, be around much this weekend. Gonna be doing. Oh, sweet! Sounds like a good time, buddy. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you have a blast. It Lance's Charizard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy, isn't
Give me that one too.
it? Are you putting those? Where are you putting those? Oh, you're going from one pretty book to the other.
Well, this is kind of just.
Oh, that's
Play
leftover.
stuff.
That's play stuff, and that's your pretty book.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I got you. Now I understand. Danielle likes her full art cards.
Sometimes.
When we used to play competitively pretty regularly, go ahead.
It's just some of them.
There's a few that she's got from days gone by.
This was on one of my decks.
Yeah, she really enjoyed that deck a lot. But she likes the full arts. We had 16, 18, anything that we could get full art like those came in a regular version or full art version. So she had 4 full art ones in her deck and full art ends and full art junipers and full art.
I wish I kept my hands.
Oh, I know.
Oh, here.
Yeah, if you guys like foil energies when you build decks, check a look at this.
Probably about $5-10 a piece.
Oh, that's right. I forgot what you were doing. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you won't have a good time, but it'll get the job done. Yeah, these are probably $5 a piece for each one of these foil energies. And she's got, with the exception of fairy, these are.
I think my electric ones are in my deck.
Yeah, the electric ones are in your deck, and I think the grass ones are in your deck.
Yeah.
But she's got foil energies on top of foil energies that she saved throughout the years. Yeah, these are. I mentioned this last night on the live that we did. Take a look at how miscut these are. These are brand new Brilliant Stars energies. Take a look at how far off center that thing was cut. There's no orange or yellow border on one side at all. You can see even worse on the back. It's just crazy. Brand new cards, and they sliced the whole. There's 6 energies, all different kinds right here. Yeah, I really showed up. All right. That's really funny. I really get a kick out of those.
I get a kick out of the whole binder.
Yeah. What else we got in here we can show? Some of her other full arts and things like that. Yeah, see, this is what a regular Duraludon looks like. She wants the alternative art.
No, that's not the regular one. That's not the dragon
That's
one.
the metal one, yeah. And this guy, we have all the Vmax, but we need the V's to go with him.
Oh, I'm with him. We got.
Yeah,
I think we got 3 Vmax.
3 Vmax, a Dracozolt, but no Dracozolt. Well, there's 1 Dracozolt V. We have 2 and.
Where can I find more cards around here?
Where can you find more cards around here? You need to go to Walmart, Target. If you have a Festival Foods, believe it or not, check by the cash registers, the checkout lines, because sometimes they have some. Our Best Buy has a few. If you have any card stores in town, I don't know where else. I don't know your area very well, so. We actually never played Janesville. We played just about everywhere else in
I
Wisconsin.
know we played in Janesville.
You did?
A couple tournaments there, yeah.
Who ran those?
I don't know.
Was that Jared Spriggs that ran?
I don't know. I didn't pay attention to who it was. I just paid attention to pretty cards. Pretty.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, Dimples, you let me know. Just send me a message. That's cool. I will have everything all set up, whatever you need. There's Swanee. Hey, good to see you here, buddy. Glad to have you aboard. We just got done playing a couple of games live, just because trades weren't happening.
Trade with us.
Nobody was looking to trade right now, so we just did a few games, and now we're just kind of hanging out and talking about different things about Pokemon, and This is a list of cards that we're looking for. If you know of anybody that has any, or if you happen to have any throughout your dealings, these are ones that we look for. Some of them in multiples, because when we build decks, for example, let me just see if I can find one. If I build a deck that has Boost Shake in it, I got to have 4 of them.
Like my Duraludon deck.
Duraludon has 4 of those in it. So that's something that we would look for 4 of, at least. I mean, I'll take 1 if I can get it. The more I can get, the better. And we've got hundreds of foils.
Oh, it's my brother's birthday too.
Yeah. Whose birthday is it? So, grandson's birthday? Oh, that's cool. Yeah, it's my son's 30th birthday today. I didn't get to see him, unfortunately. He's busy.
He's always busy.
He's always busy.
You gotta give him at least a 2-week notice.
Yeah, that's all right. He's a busy guy. I got to send him a nice gift. He was happy with it.
Hey, look, somebody finally traded Vmax. I can play the deck finally.
Hey!
It only took 2 old cards and 2 Crobat.
That's crazy. That's awesome. Well, give your grandson a happy birthday from us here, Swanee. We appreciate you being here. We've got boxes and boxes of cards, and what I'm offering, Swanee, if you do happen to have any of them, like there's 10 hollows from the Celebration set. That's good enough for 1 trainer card. I will trade 10 reverse foils and foils from newer sets. There's regular rares. There's a reverse hollow Swampert, for example. That's a rare reverse foil. There's a hollow Landorus. I'll throw 10 random cards at that for 1 trainer, or 50 of the non-hollow common, uncommon rares. Like, for example, there's, oh, come on, I can't do this ever. There's 50 newer cards. All new, out of packs, right into the box. There's foil, there's rares, there's commons, there's uncommons, all non-hollow, but I'll trade 50 of them for 1 of these trainers. Good night, Pam. Awesome. So that's what I'm looking to do. And then if you happen to have any of these cards over here, these are all V's and Vmaxes. If you have any of those, I have probably 200 or so V's and Vmaxes, and I'm more than happy to trade for any of these over here. This one, if you have this one, I would probably trade 2 or 3 for that one, just because that's a harder one to get. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. We've got, there's got to be 3,000 or 4,000 cards just that we've gotten in the last few weeks. I mean, there's brand new Brilliant Stars in some of our sell trade boxes that we just got on Friday. And we opened so many of them cards that we have, I think, 2 boxes. So there's probably 600 cards out of that set already that we need to get rid of. And then we need to use to help get these. What do you want to see? I'm sorry, I can show again if you want. So, you can see this list right here. These are all trainers, supporters, and stadiums right here on this whole row and the top of this one. If you have one of those cards, if you have a Pokegear 3.0 and you want to trade for it, my offer for each one of the cards on that list is either 10 hollows from the Celebration set. Palkia, example, Lugia, Cosmog, Zekrom. There's 10 of those total. Okay. Or if you want, I will trade you 10 reverse hollows and hollows from the newest sets. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'll show you an example of some of those. Foil Butterfree, reverse hollow Pansage, reverse hollow Caterpie. There's a reverse hollow Drodigion, reverse hollow Kling Clang. So there's some rares and commons and uncommons, but they're all foils. I will trade 10 of those. Or, if you prefer to get volume, 50 non-hollow, commons, uncommons, and rares. They're just all mixed up. There's all kinds of different cards in here, and I have several thousand of these. And I'll just grab you 50 cards out of it and send them to you. Yeah, well, thanks, Doug. I appreciate that. We worked hard to get these cameras set up the way we wanted them. It's getting better and better by the day. And I'm going to get a better camera for this one that we're looking at currently. Hopefully in the near future, maybe when I get back, and we'll have an even better camera there. One of the limitations that I have is I don't pay for StreamYard, so I'm only maxing out at 720p on my picture quality. So that hurts a little bit too. Swanee, also, if you have any Pikachu cards, and I mean any Pikachu cards, I don't care if they're common, I don't care if they're rare, I don't care if they're damaged, I don't care whatever they are. If you have Pikachu cards. Oh, sweet. Did you see the big one we pulled 2 nights ago? I showed it last night. I'll show you a couple of them that we pulled recently. But if you have any Pikachu cards, usually I'll trade those. Like, let's say if you have a common Pikachu, newer one, so it's, doesn't have a great deal of value, I'll trade you 5-1 for those. Let's see what we got here. So these are from the brand new Brilliant Stars. This is a Rainbow Kindler. I thought that card's really cool. And this card's going to be very popular to play. Kindler's a great supporter card. Here, this one. This is an alternate art Urshifu Vmax. I haven't quite figured this one out yet, but I think it looks really awesome. Man, that glare is terrible. These are in sleeves too, so it doesn't help any. This is the Arceus Vmax, or V-Star, excuse me, Rainbow Edition. Really awesome card. Values have been changing daily. I suppose the more people that pull them, the lower the value goes. This is the Secret Hollow Gold Arceus V-Star. We pulled all those on Friday, plus some other stuff. This one we pulled the other day, just on happen chance.
They pulled a gold Mew like that.
The gold Mew is awesome. That's a nice card. We have that one finally, don't we, out of Celebrations? Yeah. This is the Rayquaza Vmax alternate art. This comes out of Evolving Skies. We pulled this one doing a Leafeon V-Star box 2 nights ago, I think it was. This card's like $200, $210 currently. That was a killer pull. Not sure if I want to sell them or not, though. I like them. They're so pretty.
That's my problem.
Probably end up in her binder.
And save them and sell them in 20 years.
Yeah.
They're just gold. They'll get more and more.
Yeah, that was some of the bigger highlights from our Friday live poll that we did. We had, what do we have? We have 3 sealed boxes.
Yeah, something like that.
Well, we had
almost
2 sealed boxes plus the 2 half boxes, which made a 3rd box. And then we had 4 Elite Trainer kits. So that made for, oh boy. Here I go doing math again. That ain't going to work. Let me see if I can figure that math out. Oh, Xenophil art is really cool. Oh, you're pulling Japanese? They get such pretty cards.
I know.
So we got 36 and 36 and 36. That's 108.
I wish we could play Japanese.
36. Because there's 8 packs in each Elite Trainer box, right?
Something like that.
Yeah. So we had 144 packs that we opened on Friday.
I wish we could
Brilliant
play
Stars.
Japanese cards.
Oh, dude. The Japanese cards are such a lower or higher ratio of ultra rares per packs or per box. I think we average like 6 or 8 and they average like 15. It's crazy. And they only have 20 packs in a box. But you can only play them in Japan. Before they changed the ruling on that, what guys used to do is they'd order
We did.
we did too. They order a whole mess of boxes in Japanese, pull all the good cards that you need for a tournament, and then you have a printout from the official Pokemon site of what the card says in English. And then you just set that on the table when you play the card, and that was legal. So you could get, I mean, the value of the Japanese ultra rare cards at that time was a third of what it was in English. So you got them cards just by the fistful, and then just got all the printouts and said, here you go, I'm playing all Japanese cards. And then the company realized how much money they were losing and said, you can't do that anymore. You want to play the cards that are native to your country. So the French can only play French or English. And the Portuguese can only play Portuguese or English.
Everybody can play English.
The Japanese can only play Japanese or English. So suddenly the English market skyrocketed and everybody had to have English cards and nobody wanted the Japanese cards anymore. But then they started releasing artwork better in Japanese and faster in Japanese than they did in the United States. So they got prettier cards and then they drove their market up again. Long story of Pokemon. I'm probably boring you and I apologize for that. But that's kind of how the game's gone over the years. Well, is there anything else that we could do for anybody? Anything anybody wants to know? Can we just name it and we will try to do it for you? If not, we'll probably start wrapping this show up for the night. We didn't get any trades off tonight. Well, we got some potential trades with Miss Dimples there, and with Autumn. But we'll wait to hear on that. That's no big deal. But listen, gang, the important thing isn't even so much about us getting trades or anybody else even getting trades at the beginning of this adventure we're on. The important thing is to get people here and have them be comfortable around the community, to have them feel okay about trading, you know. Like I would trade with Swanee because Swanee and I have done business together on his auction, my auction. Got no problem. If Swanee says, hey, I want to trade you some cards, I'd send them in the mail tomorrow because I believe in Swanee and I know he'd send them. You know, and his adventure, Mickey. I trust Mickey with all of that. You know, there's so many people in this community that I would be comfortable trading with, and we'd like to continue to grow that community. So if you know people into Pokemon, maybe they're not on YouTube. Maybe they don't know about the barbecue man here. Just share the video with them. Let them know. Say, hey, this guy's got a platform for you to trade on if you want to trade. No pressure. You can always say no. If you do have problems with your trade, I don't want to get involved with it any more than I have to. So everything's on your honor. That being said, like if Swanee was the trade with somebody and the other guy shortchanged him and he says, hey, barbecue, this guy shortchanged me. Can you help me out? Sure. I'll look into it, talk to the other person. If they say, well, you can kick rocks, I don't care what you think. Well, they're going to get banned from the show. They're going to get banned from my channel. They're probably going to get kicked out of the community. Nobody will talk to them anymore. And I know that may not be a saving grace for everybody. My suggestion is start with small trades. For example, if you wanted to trade me for one of these cards on here and get your 50 cards in return, it's a small trade we can start with. If you lose it, you're out $2. Okay? And you know not to trade with me again. I don't recommend trading higher end stuff. Like this card, for example. If I don't know you in person, I wouldn't even offer to trade that card. And that's a reality of things, you know. We've got a very good community here of people that I think we can trust just about everybody here. If somebody new comes in, you never know what'll happen. But the biggest thing that we did in the Poke Gym that I'd like to try to do here is to build up positive references, if you will. If somebody says, hey, anybody ever traded with that Swanee guy? I'd be like, yeah, that Swanee guy's a great guy. I've done lots of business with him. No problem. Mickey comes on. Yeah, Swanee's great. We've done lots of things with him. You know, maybe Brenda comes on and says, oh, sure, Swanee's great. No problem. We like him. He's good stuff. So now Swanee's got some references where somebody can say, oh, I guess I can trust him. So they'd be more willing to trade. That's the kind of community and kind of opportunities that we want to start to grow here by doing this show. So hopefully that'll give people a little bit of peace of mind, a little bit of our vision and our direction that we want to go in. And we'll see what happens. You know, if it doesn't work out, we'll stop after a few weeks and we'll go on to something else. I appreciate you looking, Swanee. I do. Yeah, you're new. Doug, you've been around so long, you're almost new for a third time. God bless you, Doug. All right. Well, we're going to get on out of here then.
Go take a nap.
Yeah. We got to continue to work on the studio. I've got a mess on one desk and a few more things to put away over there. And then my eBay store is just a disaster area right now. That's all right. You know, one pick at a time, one thing at a time. We'll get her done. So we'll go. We appreciate y'all being here tonight with us. And again, this is a new experiment. We're going to try it. Good night, Rob. Thanks for being here. You guys, again, share the video out. The more people we can get here, the more fun we're going to have. It'll be a great time. We'll enjoy it all. I can promise you that. Everybody will love it. Everybody will. The other thing you got to remember, gang, hey, I know you guys know how expensive these cards are, right? Oh, well, you're here, John. That's all right. You're here. I'll wait. This is my updated list if you want to take a look at it, Mr. John. I got time. But we want to build this. If this is something that people want to do, you don't have to spend any money here. You just trade the cards you don't want for cards that you do want. You know what I mean? If you've got something ready for me for a trade, Mr. John, I'd welcome you in, and I'll bring you on if you want to go through it. If you want to save it for another time or do it in a private chat, that's fine too. This is a list of all the trainers that I am looking for. This whole side is trainers, and then the top of this list is trainers. These are Vmaxes and Vs that I'm looking for. And then, of course, Pikachus. So that's what I'm looking for my list. If you have things that you're looking for in particular, you let me know. I'll see if I have them. Otherwise, basically what I've told everybody else that's been here tonight is any of these trainers, if you have one copy of the Boost Shake, I'll trade you 50 non-hull common, uncommons and rares, 10 reverse foils, commons, uncommons, and rares, or 10 of the celebrations rares, their foil. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, Mr. John, screenshot that list right there. Just take a screenshot of it. I wrote it out in marker so I can see it better. And it actually comes out pretty good looking on the camera like that. So you can screenshot that on your phone and you can have it with you. You can blow it up, whatever you need to do. If you can't read my handwriting, I'm sorry. I did the best I could. But everything over here and these up here are all trainers. These are Vs and Vmaxes and the little yellow rat. That's what we're looking for. Excuse me. All right. So, Mr. John, there's something for you to keep in mind, something for you to look at. And Mr. John, you're the prime example of why I want to do this. You've spent a lot of money on cards, and I know you've got an enormous collection. And there's probably quite a few of them that the grandkids and whatnot probably would care less about. Well, if they're on this list, I care a great deal about them and would love to give you something that your grandkids might like better. I'd be happy to do that for you. All right, let's get on out of here. Thank you all for being here. We appreciate it. Share the video out. Drop a thumb on your way out the door. Don't forget to subscribe. We got a lot more things coming up. We probably won't do this show the next 2 weeks because we're going to be out doing other adventures. So we won't be doing this show the next 2 weeks. But, excuse me. In the meantime, I'll give you an opportunity to check that list over, see what you got in your collection, set them aside, and get ready to trade with the barbecue man in a very short time. Yeah, I can imagine. Mr. Wilson. Yeah. Thanks, Brother Mickey. We love you too, man. All right, we're gone. Thanks, y'all. Appreciate you being here. Don't forget to check out Nightmare's Treasures tomorrow night, 7 Central. And then Sunday night, 9 Eastern, 8 Central is Mickey's show. And then Monday night, we're back on KT Treasures. Wednesday night, who knows what in the heck's going to happen. We're going to be somewhere with 2 fat guys and a Tim. I just can't tell you where. Don't know yet. We'll figure it out soon. Good night, everybody.